YouTube, a bit updating Sunny Jai here. And I had this block which was sitting in the white oven, and all the piston was all frozen, and I tried to turn it with the big Spanish on, but nothing happened. So what I have to do with this, I turned the block, took the sump off, and all the crap inside the sump was like an oil spill. I never seen anything like it, but it's all cleaned up. And the crank, to take that out first, and the crank was standard bearings in good condition, so I keep the crank. But that's what happened here. They're all frozen, as you say here, all the rings stuck. So what I have to do, I have to turn the block upside down and use this hammer. Oh, sorry. And whack it with the hammer straight through, and all use this stuff to get it free, and this works. White vinegar, and the really good stuff. And I just pour it in the board and let it sit, and when the block was upside down, and it did work. I didn't believe in it at first, but I swear by this, and I use it on the roof when I do the repainting on the roof for rust protection. Rub it over with steel wool, and then take the prep sole off, and then put the edge primer on. Anyway, that's what happened lately.
Did you have fish and chips with that too, Sonny?
Huh?
Did you have fish and chips with your vinegar as well?
No, I don't. Anyway, and that motor there looks like a blown head gasket. Water coming out the back. And when I fill the water in, all the water coming through the pores here, and I don't know why, they're all done it, all three of them. So I have been using this stuff, put it in the water, and they stop it, the poreness in the block, in the heads, they stop the water seeping through, so that seems to be working, good stuff. But they won't fix head gasket. If they're gone, they need to do the head, but it seems to work for small leaks and that. Anyway, today I give up on the motor at the moment. It turns over, so I'll probably keep this one and see if I can clean the block up the bore and make one out of the two. So what I do on this, because the weather been raining every second day here, so I can't strip sand all this off here, and I just use the spray pack. I still got a bit here to sand it on and paint that. Just stop the water getting through, because all this paintwork on top of the body got hairline cracks and start to rust underneath. As you see, rust spots everywhere. Small spot coming from underneath the paint, so it had to be stripped on. And all these rust spots, there's no point to rub it on and paint on top, that we keep coming through. And I just do a bit of rust repair here, bog it at the time, just so I can get the two registration, and then I will eventually get the new rubber, take the windscreen out and do it properly, you know, around it. And I've been looking at the car today. The rust in it is not bad. The floor is pretty good in it. There's no big rust holes. So we're just gonna sand that down and put some tar or something on it. a little trailer out of, what do you call it? Toyota Ranger or something. So this one here is pretty well balanced. And just gonna get some lights for it and be ready for a road. And what I did here, I had the fuel door on here, so I welded all that up and got that bogged up. And eventually we get stuck into this trailer. I got the front panel here, which I'm gonna cut that section out here for half a grill, and then let that come down underneath the tail light, and then close the corners in, and then eventually work out some panel here. Or but at the moment that's down the track somewhere. So at the moment there's my toolbox. There's a handy to have a toolbox now.
Biggest toolbox ever. And
All right.
And it's on wheels, Sonny.
Yeah. Huh?
And your toolbox is on wheels.
Yeah. Anyway, as you say, there's bits and pieces everywhere. Gonna have a bit of cleanup day here. Gearboxes and motor parts laying everywhere. And but we're getting there. Take care. Comment. And we're doing an upload in a few days. See you.